Tap that subscribe button. Be sure to click the bell icon to get notifications for whenever I upload. Now let's get on to the video. Welcome to the 2011 off-season video. I'm picking up right where we left off, just seeing what has changed in the league. I know the Jets head coach, General Sanders, got fired. Now he's the Ravens head coach. And the Jets hired Mike Martz. Just like to see where the head coaches are. Mike Nolan now coaching the Dolphins. Lovie Smith coaching the 49ers. Eric Mangini, the head coach. John Gruden quit his job to go become the Cardinals head coach. Jim Caldwell, the new head coach of of Washington.
The Panthers scheduled a press conference this afternoon to announce the hiring of their trainer, the most underappreciated and underrated member of an organization.
I'm Dick Duran, and you're watching the NFL Network.
15 mil. We got cap space. Going through the awards. Eric Burgess went offensive lineman of the year or defensive lineman of the year. Linebacker of the year.
The Detroit Lions released one of their key players today in what appears to be a salary cap move. It'll be interesting to see which teams line up to sign a player of his caliber.
I'm John Fox, and you're watching the NFL Network.
What do I get cut in the fullback? There's no good fullbacks in this draft, so no, I'm not cutting them.
The Jets scheduled a press conference this afternoon to announce the hiring of their trainer, the most underappreciated and underrated member of an organization.
Oh, I can cut Will Gay. They want me to cut Trey Easley, who we just re-signed. I'll cut him. I'll fix the draft board closer to the draft. How little do those guys walk? Not cutting the punter. Just get it right in is what they want me to do.
Who should the scouts watch today at the senior all-star practice?
Dustin Fisher. Eli Willis. Javon Easley. Ricardo Stills. Jamil Warfield. Lawrence. I mean, Justin Griffith is our fullback, so.
The Oakland Raiders received some unexpected news this afternoon from one of its key players. He's decided to call it quits, ending his career on a high note. No word yet on who the team plans to target as his replacement.
Ooh,
I'm Marvin Lewis, and you're watching NFL.
who just retired? I mean, we knew Jeff Saturday was retiring. Nah. Frost. Bell. Owens. Toby Crisp. Only. I'm looking at the top players. Jesse Quinn. Lee Berry. Oh, Corey Judge shot up the draft board. Kato Jean. $4.3. I gotta cut him. Chris McAllister. Nate Warren. None of the kickers and punters look good.
I'm Adam Schefter of NFL Network, and here's your Senior All-Star Game update. The national championship game has been played, and Purdue is your national champion. Miami is still furious about being passed up to play in that game, and that seems to have really motivated Quincy Sims and Justin Bowers. They showed up for the All-Star game this week with a real chip on their shoulders. Sims completely dominated Alabama guard Toby Crisp, while Bowers intercepted 3 passes in the game to win MVP honors. Another kid that had an amazing game was Fresno State corner Adrian Sessions. He shut down wide receiver Nate Jamil all week. That's all for now. I'll see you at the Combine.
I'm Mike Tomlin, and you're watching NFL Network.
Scouts are getting ready to talk
Oh,
to the
there's the
O-line.
Boma
Who's it
boy.
going to be?
I know he's a dog.
All right,
Will
the
anybody
Scouts
run
just got
anything
back from the
crazy?
Combine. Here's what they found.
Some fake 4.3s?
So, Coach, what quarterback do you want the Scouts to interview?
Yeah, that's my quarterback right here. That's Jordan Taylor. Or maybe Ricardo Still. 71's not bad. Sims. Oh, I should have looked at the running back times.
Coach,
but
what halfback do you
to
want
be
the
fair,
Scouts
I'm not
to
taking
interview?
a running back. I might draft a running back, but I really don't know. Let's look at the receivers. This is something we got to be intrigued in. Wells ran a 4.3 flat at 6'3". See, that's why he's Randy Moss.
What wide receiver would you like us to interview, Coach?
Speed. Any speed? Mm, 79 is not great. It's better than 75.
NFL restricted free agent signing period officially begins at
Oh, this is
9 a.m.
perfect.
this morning as teams focus on tendering their restricted free agents. Once tenders have been handed out, players work with interested teams on offer sheets. If they sign those offer sheets,
Give me a
the
third
original team
on
has
April.
10 days to match or let the player sign with the new team.
Knox ran a 4.35.
It's time for the linebacker interviews, Coach. Who's it going to
89
be?
speed for Corey Judge is insane. Oh, you're terrible. Kirk Morris and David Sampson. Mo Carrier. Trey Knox, that's the 4'4" guy. D lineman. 4-3-5. Okay, none of the D linemen, right? 4-3-5. These are glitch times.
What defensive lineman would you like us to interview?
He is 88 speed. All right, he is the number one pick. Trading up for him would be well worth it in my mind. He is far and away better than everyone else on the draft board. Kibo Bakari. Jesse Quinn. I'm intrigued by Woodland. Yeah. I wanted this guy with 90 strength. Yeah, 95 strength. Woodland.
Coach, what should we tender
Oh,
this
this
free
is
agent?
perfect. I would have put Averill on just a second round if I knew I had that for Andre Woodson. Because now I know I have my backup quarterback still.
We've got two options with this RFA. We either tender him or let him go. It's your choice, Coach.
We can do a 6th-round tender for King Dunlap.
All right, Coach, we have an opportunity to talk to the DBs now. Who's it going to be?
Oh, man, those are two elite corners. We play a lot of zone. Eric King. Oh, Ricardo Pierce. Oh, and we get an RFA on Mario
Are we going to
Manningham
tender him or
too.
let him go, Coach?
1st-round tender.
I'm Adam Schefter of NFL Network.
5th-round
and
tender.
here's your Combine update. The Combine just wrapped up, and the buzz centered around 3 players. Deron Knight had a great Combine, running a 4.22 40 and recording a 37-inch vertical jump. Corey Judge, fresh off a national championship win, looked great in the 3-cone drill and the broad jump. And last but not least was Fresno State corner Adrian Sessions. He ran a 4.21 and aced the interview portion. I talked to some scouts that were really annoyed at Notre Dame quarterback Ryan Luck. He skipped the senior all-star game and the combine this year, electing to work out only in front of a select group of scouts. That's not the way to endear yourself to the NFL. That probably won't hurt his stock, but it rubs some teams the wrong way. That much I could tell. Thanks for watching NFL Network.
I'm Ken Wisenhunt, and you're watching NFL Network.
You're welcome. I'm always watching NFL Network. Who is the best? Okay, Jordan Taylor's the number 1 quarterback in this class. I would have Ricardo Stills 3. I still believe in Ryan Luck and his potential. I am putting Wells as the number one receiver in this class. He is the number one receiver for me. Janoris Castle can be number 4. Number 5. Storm. All right, yeah, we're good. And we got solid salary cap. We're at 19 mil.
The NFL free agent signing period kicks off at 9 a.m. this morning. Look for big name deals with big name players all throughout the entire month.
I'm Todd McShay, and this is your draft preview. My first mock draft is done, and there's no surprise at the top of the board. Fighting Irish quarterback Ryan Luck leads the group, but mammoth defensive tackle prospect Quentin Sims is not far behind. I know I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Sims has earned the best grade I've ever given to a defensive tackle coming out of the college ranks.
Oh, my goodness.
Deron Knight could also go in the top 5, and he'll be joined by Dan Zareb and Oregon back Corey Nero. If you're looking for a sleeper, look no further than UMass wide receiver Kashawn Mack. Mack reminds me a lot of Chad Johnson. I'll be back later with more on the draft.
Ooh, my team's hurt. Ooh, our team is light. The biggest free agent is
Are you
DeMarcus Ware,
interested in bidding on this player?
and he's going to get 5.7 from the Bears. Kellen Winslow, free agent. The Lions get Kellen Winslow after his monster season and after they lose Gonzalez. They basically get a younger replacement. Raven, Tony Gonzalez.
The Lions, in one of the offseason's biggest free agents, have agreed on a deal
hold on now.
that
What's
will be
Cromartie
officially
getting?
announced later today. Fans on the team website are thrilled with the signing, crediting the owner
Yeah,
and the
for
GM for the
4.5.
big acquisition. It cost a lot, but right now everyone is extremely excited.
I'm Ken Wisenhunt, and you're watching NFL Network.
I'll bring Calais back.
The bidding is over, and one team has emerged as the winner in the race to sign
It'll
one
help
of
the awards as
offseason's
well, or
most
the
coveted
not the
free
awards, but
agents.
the
We'll wait
approval.
and see if a deal can get done between this difference maker and the Raiders.
Uh, uh, I consider trading either one of them. All the linebackers got 3. 2 or 3. Dexter Knox only has 1 year left.
The Rams, in one of the offseason's biggest free agents, have agreed on a deal that will be officially announced later today. Fans on the team website are thrilled with the signing, crediting the owner and the GM for the big acquisition. It cost a lot, but right now everyone is extremely excited.
Okay, so the players we
I'm
did
Marvin
get
Lewis, and you're watching
100% were
NFL
Quincy Sims, who we know has 95 potential. Darius Dolman, Mike Perkins, Jordan Taylor, 91. I might. How far are we into this? I'm gonna, wait around to see what happens to my RFAs. But as we get closer to the draft, man, I am thinking about moving up and hopefully having the assets to do so. I would leverage future draft picks to get Quincy. I'll draft a guard.
Coach, which pro day should the scouts attend?
Michigan State. I'm heavy leaning Michigan State. Michigan State still. Michigan State still. I know this guy's good. Just don't need linebackers like that. A huge need. Yeah, Michigan State. Oh, Jack English is complaining. He said he needs more talent around him. Not doing that.
The Oakland Raiders backed out of trade negotiations earlier this afternoon, citing an extremely high asking price. No word yet.
There's no
if
reason
they'll
to go
still
here. It's
pursue
2
other trade
dogs and a
offers.
tackle.
Coach, the scouts need to know what pro day to attend.
It's looking like Nevada. It's Nevada. Four years, 1.8 is great.
Hey, Coach, we're getting ready to start the negotiation.
I think it was good for like a backup safety who also played linebacker for us as well at one point.
Hey, Coach, what school should we send our scouts to?
Yeah, we're probably going to Rutgers. Just confirming. Yeah, that's Rutgers all the way. I'm a Certain fan, but no, that's price is too high. Our Manningham is already back on our team. His restricted free agency has passed.
Coach, what school should we scout?
The Raiders scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m. Eastern to announce the signing of one of the offseason's biggest
Sure,
free
we can go to
agents.
Kentucky. Santonio Holmes now.
Coach, which pro day should the scouts attend?
Pittsburgh.
Negotiations seem to have broken down last night. It looked hopeless. But
Price
I just
too high.
received word,
Big body
unexpectedly,
receiver, though.
that an agreement was finalized at the last
Oh,
possible
no Kurt
minute.
Warner interest.
Both sides conceded on key issues to get the deal done, preventing a huge loss for the Bears.
I think we're going to Florida State, sadly.
Coach, the scouts need to know what pro day to attend.
There's no reason to go to the Purdue Pro Day. I know that boy's a dog.
Coach, the scouts need to know what pro day to attend.
Delaware State. Okay, okay. We got our top 8. Now it's the top 9. Okay, back to the scouting. Oh, we're good. We're good.
The Niners, in one of the offseason's biggest free agents, have agreed on a deal that will be officially announced later today. Fans on the team website are thrilled with the signing, crediting the owner and the GM for the big acquisition. It cost a lot, but right now everyone is extremely excited.
Let's go here.
Coach, what school should we scout?
When did these come?
Coach, the scouts need to know what pro day to attend.
Probably not LSU. Know that guy's a dog. LSU.
Coach, which pro day should the scouts attend?
Washington State. Did I get my backup back? Yep, Andre Woodson back under the saddle. His potential is also down now.
Hey, Coach, what school should we send our scouts to?
We can go to Penn State. Or we can go to UAB. Very expensive quarterback room.
Coach, the scouts need to know what pro day to attend.
No, we're not going here. Go to BYU. Yeah, I'm sending to some of these pro days. Trying to get to the individual trade offers. I'm getting some 5th round picks here. Nah.
The Oakland Raiders backed out of trade negotiations earlier this afternoon, citing an extremely high asking price. No word yet if they'll still pursue other trade offers.
Inching closer to the draft. Individual workout time.
Coach, who would you like the scouts to bring in?
We're not gonna draft him, but I'd love to know about Ryan Luck. Oh, he's gonna be pretty good. He's just immature.
Coach, what school should we scout?
We're going to Wisconsin.
Coach, who would you like some more information on?
Can I know the potential of Wells? I'd like to see it. I know that Randy Moss comp means a lot to me. Just 92. Isn't Mac like a 92 as well? I wouldn't be surprised if Quashawn Mack and that other guy had high potential as well.
Coach, which pro day should the scouts attend?
You can go to Bama.
Who would you like to bring in for an individual workout?
Storm Stewart. I won't take him in the first round where he's going to go, but I'd like to know. 95, wow. I mean, I can see why. Who has the longer deal? It's the same.
Coach, the scouts need to know what pro day to attend.
Don't think we need to go there or there. He's 5'9". I don't want a 5'9" corner personally. I'm so sorry.
Coach, who would you like the scouts to bring in?
If we stay at 32, someone we might take is a later pick and Nate Warren. This corner is a huge need for me. And he does have 93 potential. Nah, too much for my blood.
Hey, Coach, what school should we send our scouts to?
I know that guy's going to be good. I know that guy's going to be good. Who's at VMI?
Coach, the scouts need to know what pro day to attend.
The dog. He's good as well.
I'm Adam Schefter of NFL Network, and this is another draft update. Scouts at Miami's Pro Day got just what they came for as Miami prospects Quincy Sims and Justin Bowers really gave teams something to think about. After watching Sims run through some drills, I'm convinced he's one of the best defensive players I've ever seen. I had a chance to pop on down to Alva, Oklahoma to get a look at Peter Boma, younger brother of NFL guard Patrick Boma. Peter ran through some drills, and he looked as good as his brother did 2 years ago, and that's saying something. Staying on the small school track, I headed over to UMass to check out wide receiver Kashawn Mack. This kid is going to be something special, mark my words.
Is there a sleeper
Coach,
D
who would you
tackle
like some more information on?
that I'm like not paying attention to? I want to see this guy. But there are other guys with higher strength. I gotta see Ivan Jensen. '84.
Coach, who would you like the scouts to bring in?
Nah. Trying to think. I don't know if Freeman is good. He's not. He's pretty bad. That's a dumb.
Coach, who would you like some more
Nah, I
information
do.
on?
Matt Burt comparison. Shelley.
Coach, who would you like the scouts to bring in?
Who do we want here? Let me see. Tyrone Lawrence. '89, not bad.
Who would you like to bring in for an individual workout?
Jesse Quinn. Oh. It's our 10th
Coach, who would you
individual
like some more
workout.
information on?
Let me see Holmberg. '88.
I'm Adam Schefter of NFL Network, and this is another draft update. Pro days are winding down, and teams are starting to bring players in for individual workouts. They never like to advertise who, but they're all doing it. Ryan Luck finally worked out for scouts recently, and the results were about what we expected. He looked good throwing the ball and seemed accurate enough. I think he's going to end up being the #1 pick in a few weeks. Toby Crisp actually looked pretty good in his workout, and he may be trying to salvage what's left of his draft stock at this point, because boy, has that ever slipped. One NFL team seems to
All right, be
really
nice.
like what it saw in Rutgers tight end Storm Stewart. And I love that name, Storm. It's the perfect storm. Underutilized his senior year. I think he has the tools to be the next Todd Heap or Vernon Davis in this league.
Oh, Jesus. Well, it's draft day. Let's assess our picks. We have the last pick of every round, except for the 7th round where we have 3 7th-round picks. We're missing some picks next year, and we're willing to leverage some of that draft picks to go up in the draft this year. They want us to trade down this year for multiple picks. Excuse me, sorry. We will see what we do. The Jets, back-to-back years, have the number 1 pick.
Who should they draft?
I think they will draft Corey Nero, number 1. They will not trade it to me. And they do.
Nero is an explosive ball handler with tremendous skill. He displays vision, finds the running lanes, and makes defenders miss anywhere on the field.
This is the pick I
He
want.
slides off defenders, breaks tackles, stays on his feet, bounces off piles, then moves it to the outside. He still needs to work on his receiving skills out of the backfield, and his blocking is mediocre at best. But you won't find a better running back prospect in this draft than Corey Nero.
I'm Ken Wisenhunt, and you're watching NFL Network.
Yeah, well, here goes Quincy Sims, so I'm no longer really interested in trading up after this. Yep.
Quincy Sims is possibly the best defensive tackle to ever come out of college into the NFL. There really isn't any knock on him. He has good size at 6'6", 300 pounds, and he has freakish speed for his frame, running in the low 4.7 range. He can play any position on the defensive line. He's quick enough to beat defenders on the outside and strong enough to push back guards on the inside. He even
they
has
comfortable
enough
starting
awareness to drop
Byron
back
Leftwich
into
next year?
coverage on a zone blitz if he needs to. He's a huge trash talker, but there's no one on the field who can back it up more. I expect him to be one of the highest paid draft picks in the history of the league, shattering all kinds of rookie salary records.
I'm Romeo Cornell, and you're watching NFL Network.
Did Washington take the wrong quarterback? Just took Jorge Reek?
Let's see if you can guess this one.
I think they took the wrong quarterback. If I'm the Dolphins, I take Luck here. Or trade it. They want our 2 firsts in Zach Miller. And no. There's nothing here we want that badly. They go Jamil.
Nate Jamil is an athletic wideout that has everything scouts look for in an NFL wide receiver. He's consistently made big plays when the game is on the line. The only knock on him was his performance at the Combine. He ran a very slow 4.6 140 and did terribly during the interview portion. In my eyes, that doesn't take away from the fact that he was one of the nation's best receivers for 3 years in college. He produced, but his stock has dropped a bit, but this team is still getting a great player.
I'm Ken Wisenhunt, and you're watching NFL Network.
Well, here goes Ryan Luck.
Ryan Luck has it all. The perfect name for a Notre Dame quarterback, the cannon arm, and the family pedigree. His brother and uncle were both NFL quarterbacks, and he grew up the son of a coach. After a great career in South Bend, Luck irritated some scouts by refusing to attend the Senior All-Star Game or the Combine. He only worked out during pro days and individually for some teams. Obviously, that red flag didn't stop this team from investing its future in him.
I mean, if they were smart, they'd take Wilson, the receiver that I can't see.
Who do you think they'll get here?
I don't know why he's low on their board, I guess. Corey Jones, maybe? And they went Deron Knight.
Deron Knight is very talented and was highly regarded as the best cornerback in the nation last season. He has the tools to be a great cover corner. He has great speed and is very fluid coming out of this backpedaling coverage. While he isn't very big, he's excellent in run support and a surprisingly good tackler. Knight is very good at recognizing plays and usually gambles correctly when attempting to jump on routes. Knight was an All-American last year, and with his performances during the bowl game and at the Combine this year, he'll jump into one of the top picks in this year's draft.
I'm Eric Mangini, and you're watching NFL Network.
Bye, Eric Mangini. Well, they took Gary Sweat.
What do you think they'll do here?
Zareb, maybe. No, Sessions.
I had Sessions graded out as my 4th best corner in this draft heading into the senior All-Star game.
Well, he's the top
but
corner.
His performance against Nate Jamil in that game had scouts buzzing. He followed that with an amazing showing at the Combine.
Go second.
And I
No,
had to
third
move him
corner.
up to my number 2 corner. He's got great size at 197 pounds, and he's 6 foot tall. I think he fits better in a scheme where they run a lot of man instead of zone. He definitely showed that in the senior All-Star game.
The Browns will trade up for this pick. Trading that first round pick next year.
Who would you get with this pick?
Did they do that for Bishop? Yeah, they did that for Wesley Bishop.
Who do you think they'll draft here?
Maybe they go after Bowers, the safety. They want Woodson, not JaMarcus. Nah. Giants trade up.
So who do you think they'll get now?
They take Zareb. They took McCamey.
Let's see if you can guess this one.
No clue. They took Jamison Miller out of Florida State. Him not having a draft story is crazy.
Who should they draft?
Probably Corey Judge. Nope, nothing. They took Wells. Now I really don't have anyone I want to take. Maybe until next round.
All right, let's see if you can call this one.
Judge. Who's this offer? My first round next year, Tony Bake. My first round next year, Tony Bake. I give my first round next year, Tony Bake. I took Dolman.
Who do you think they'll get here?
I have no clue. They took Bowers.
Justin Bowers is a really good pickup at safety. This kid is 6'1", 208, with good feet and great cover skills. He reminds me a lot of Sean Taylor at Miami when he had his big junior season that helped raise his stock in the draft. This kid had a great year last season. 7 interceptions, 2 of which he returned for a touchdown. 78 tackles, and he was the MVP of his bowl game. This defense needed a good playmaker, and it really got one here in Justin Bowers.
Readjusting my draft board, but I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss.
Zareb, the mammoth Tennessee left tackle, may be the safest pick in this draft. He's only a junior, but he's 6'7", 321 pounds. He's a great pass blocker, and I think he can step right in and start for this team right away. Zareb was the College Lineman of the Year his sophomore season and would have won the award this year if he hadn't torn his ACL in Week 4. That knee would be the only concern I'd have about this kid, but that's a very little concern.
I mean, maybe no one across the league feels like they need quarterback. I guess the 49ers should, but that's maybe it. The Ravens just took Luck. Riggs.
Coach, they want to trade down. Are we interested?
I mean, you called me. No. None of these look appetizing. I could do a second round pick, Andre Woodson and Felix Jones. Second round pick next year, Andre Woodson and Felix Jones.
Judge is a hard worker who proved more at the combine than any other player in this draft. At the beginning of the year, I had him rated as a 4th or 5th round selection, but now I have him as one of the top 3 linebackers in this class. At the end of his junior year, Judge was virtually a nobody, but he really made an impact this year by leading the Big Ten in tackles with 153 and all linebackers and interceptions with 4. Judge can cover a lot of ground in a short period of time, and he moves well with exceptional lateral movement. It still may be a year or 2 before Judge is an upper echelon linebacker because he still has a bit of a soft frame, a little bit soft in the belly area. But that doesn't take away from the fact that this is a great pick.
See the boy fat?
And you're watching the NFL Network.
Who do you think they'll draft here?
Second round pick is Zach Miller. I mean, no. That's just never going to be the offer. It'll be a 5th round pick, Andre Woodson and Zach Miller. It'll be 5th round pick and Andre Woodson and Zach Miller. It'll be a yeah. I wasn't moving off that.
All right, let's see if you can call this one.
Do they want Storm Stewart here? They'd be smart if they did. Went and got Star Flanagan.
What do you think they'll do here?
I have no clue. Don't care. They're being ridiculous with the picks. And the Eagles trade up again.
Who do you think they'll get here?
I have no clue. Storm Stewart this time? Took a running back. They took Pat Abrams.
Who would you get with this pick?
Couldn't tell you. Storm Stewart this time? Nah. Oh, they took Jordan Taylor.
Taylor is a very fast, elusive quarterback who can beat you with a 60-yard touchdown pass when he's not running for first downs. I know that Ryan Luck is the big-name quarterback in this draft.
That'll be
but
an
any
interesting
team
quarterback
that
battle.
overlooked Taylor in the scouting process is going to regret it. Taylor is a gutsy kid that has always played his best on the big stage. Last year against Georgia, he ran for 3 touchdowns while torching the secondary for 313 yards in the air. It was an aerial display. His interviews went well at the combine, and I talked to at least 2 scouts that told me they prefer him over Luck. Good pick here.
I'm Mike Tomlin, and you're watching
Cedric
NFL
Lowe.
Michael Perkins at 6'3", 258 is a guy who will definitely make a big contribution to a team. Perkins has decent speed, he gets off the ball very well, and he doesn't miss many tackles. Probably the most intriguing thing about this prospect is his tireless work ethic on and off the field. He's a coach's son, and people say he's a shoo-in to be a coach when his playing days are over. Perkins studies so much film that they got a DVD burner in his apartment
Rex
so that he
Brownlee.
didn't have to wait for it. He's a real coach on the field. I talked to some coaches, and many of them are interested in turning him into an outside linebacker in the NFL. And then after his playing days are over, looks like he'll be a coach.
Hi, I'm Mike Holmgren, and you're watching the NFL
Oh, this is the
Network.
Storm Stewart pick?
All right, let's see if you can call this pick.
If not, I'm just picking him at 32. Like, I'm pretty close to it if I don't have good trade packages. Makes sense.
Storm Stewart is one of the most interesting players in this draft. He was never fully utilized at Rutgers like he should have been, and because of that, his production grade was really low heading into the draft. But if you look past that, he has tremendous athletic ability. He ran a 4.440 at the combine, besting Vernon Davis's time from a few years ago. He's still graded out as a second-round pick, and I think this team really got a great tight end with this pick.
I mean, they took him
I'm
in the
Eric
first round.
Mangini, and you're watching NFL Network.
Darnell Warner.
Coach, I'd
0
like to see us
James.
drafted.
That's the pick. No one wants our pick. We
All
cannot
right, we're
trade
on the
down
clock.
from here. It's not a running back. The receiver. Nah, we don't go back here. We don't have confirmation on any other tight end to go tight end. Boma in the first round would be ridiculous. We could save this guy in his slide and take Toby. I think he'll be good. I guess Dave Clark is probably better. And then you take Boma. Any defensive ends we know? Or you take him later. D tackle. No. No backers. Really. Probably not taking a linebacker. That would be a super dumb pick. There was a 6'3" corner I liked. Did he get taken? Oh, yeah, it's Ricardo Pierce. We can get him later. I know he's going to be good. Versus Nate Warren right now. Probably could just move him or the other one. This is super tough because I don't want to pick right here. Is why this is so. Just like, I had to pick right here. I'm going to take Dave Clark.
Do you want the Chargers pick? They're trying to trade down.
No.
Leach is a solid tackle prospect that will help his team on the right side of the line. He's a great run blocker, and the thing I like is that he's a quick learner. He's mature for his age, and he's a team player. I think he really
There are
helped
no
his
more
stock
tight
in
ends in this
combine,
draft. I can
where he benched
remove Zach
225
Miller from the
pounds
trade block.
41 times. That's amazing. I have a feeling he'll grow into a great tackle this team can run behind for years to come.
I think I got the name wrong there on that draft profile. Warren, Pearson. Vernon Little, Neal, Lawrence, Ward. I'm sure he'll be gone by then. That's when we take Boma, if I'm being honest.
They'd like to trade down here. What do you think?
I'm looking to trade players or future picks. Third rounder and Andre Woodson. Absolutely not.
They're trying to trade down.
Absolutely not. No.
Coach, I think we should draft this kid.
They draft that position though.
We're up.
Fourth. I'll take a fourth, a sixth. For number 90. For number 64 is crazy. Give me some picks this year, Pete. You're not even offering any. Do I just take some players or do I take... Nah, just take some players, honestly. Take a player here. There's two really good players here that I want to take. Do I do... I know Nate Warren's a 93. And then you want 4 corners, so you'll take the other 2. Yeah, take him. So we got our number 3 corner. Okay, they're asking for crazy. Come on, Mike Martz. We just sit back. There's Crisp.
Toby Crisp is a kid out of Tuscaloosa whose stock has dropped steadily since the start of his senior year. Alabama could not run the ball consistently all year, and some fans blamed Crisp for the problems. When it came time for the senior All-Star game, he really struggled during practice against a dominant Quincy Sims. At the Combine, he only put up 18 reps on the bench press, and he had a terrible shuttle time. He's a smart kid that can make a difference on this team, but he'll have to be coached well.
I'm Marvin Lewis, and you're watching NFL Network.
There's so many of these players I want in these, like this range of like 100. On our P's and
Coach,
Q's.
they're taking offers for their draft spot.
I'll give up future picks if I'm being honest. If I give you a 3rd round pick next year, I don't want to give you a 3rd this year as well. Yeah, like I'll do this. I'd like to take Duval. There's Egypt Jones.
Egypt Jones is the hardest hitting player in the draft, and good luck finding someone with a bigger mean streak. He caused 7 fumbles last year at Washington, and he is a nightmare for opposing wide receivers coming over the middle. Jones will do wonders for this defense. He provides an attitude a lot like Bob Sanders did for the Colts the year they won
there's
the Super
Patrick
Bowl.
Boma. Did I get 2 guards?
Peter Boma, little brother of NFL lineman Patrick Boma,
Peter
is a
Boma.
great pick here. He reminds me a lot of his older brother. Patrick is a little stronger, but Peter has better footwork on passing downs. It's great to see these kids escape that environment.
And there's
make it
Kibo
to the
Bakari.
NFL. They really overcame the odds. Boma really put on a show during his pro day, wowing scouts with his athleticism and strength. If he's as good as his brother, even half as good, this team just got to steal.
I'm taking that center and then or trading up.
Kibo
I'm taking.
Bakari is a kid who has come out of nowhere in the past few months to shoot up the board. At the end of the season, nobody knew his name, and I think he might have been graded out as a 5th or 6th round pick. But even though nobody knew his name before, they know it now. He's a linebacker that everybody's aware of.
Did I lose the lineman? Did I lose all the linemen? I know I needed both 2 guards, I'm pretty sure.
Coach, they want to trade down. Are we interested?
Take this 5th or 7th in Felix Jones. A 3rd round pick next year in Andre Woodson, I'm actually very willing to do.
This is who I think we should get.
Don't ever tell me to do something stupid like that.
All right, here we go. They're looking to trade up.
I want the center. I want him now. Give me Jared Shelley. You can just pick where you pick, suffer the consequences.
They're trying to trade down. They'd like to trade down here. What do you think?
Absolutely not.
Coach, I think we should draft this kid. All right, guys, we're on the clock.
I need Ricardo.
They'd like to
Peters.
trade for our pick.
I need him. He's 6'3". He's high law. I need him. And so far, we've drafted right guard, corner, center, corner. Right guard, corner, center. So we got right guard. Okay, so we're fine. Got 2 corners there. I gotta trade up for Quashawn Mack and yeah, just Quashawn Mack, I'm pretty sure. Is there anybody else that goes and just like lights a beam? Yeah, I'm not seeing any more elite like sleeper players. I mean, maybe Holmberg. Holmberg is another sleeper. There was a pick that just went by. I think we'll be fine. I got my 2 corners. I'm not really worried about defense too much anymore.
Do we want the Ravens pick? They're trying to move down.
Regardless, my
in
next
trading
pick,
down.
I'm picking Mac or Castle.
Coach, they want to trade down. Are we interested?
Or, I mean, Mac or Bell. Or I might pick Lee Berry. Oh, Lee Berry just went.
The Saints are trying to get somebody to take their draft pick.
Castle just went.
They'd like to trade down here. What do you think?
Castle was the elite one, right? He was the Marvin Harrison comparison. Oh, he was not. That's Bell, and I'm taking Bell. Or I take Mack even. I'll give you my 4th and my 6th this year.
Coach, I'd like to see us draft him.
Why?
All right, it's our pick.
Yeah, let's just go to my next pick. We had 2 draft picks last year. I got a 5th round pick. Let me see if I can see team needs or anything before I pick. Is that Raiders pick? They want us to take a running back. Center, what you took? Backup linebacker, backup quarterback. Need backups.
This is my top pick here.
I'm super duper uber good.
We're up. They won our draft spot.
We'll make a trade here. Someone. Norris, Mason, Bots. No, I'm good. I'll take another 6th and 7th. Go to my next draft picks late in the 6th. They want Ernie Boyd.
This is who I think we should get.
You want a running back, man? I'll take a running back.
All right, guys, we're on the clock.
Oh my God, all the running backs back left suck. All of them suck. Take Cole Casey. He's the best one. Go to my next pick. All 7th round picks here. Absolutely not.
I suggest we get this kid. All right, here we go.
Do we see any sleepers who slept through the cracks? Yes. Joseph Holmberg.
This is who I think we should get. All right, we're on the clock.
I know I need a backup quarterback as well. Edgar Henry is who I'm looking at. Yeah, there are 2 quarterbacks I like and a fullback, so I think I have enough picks to do that and the tackle. All right, we have 207, 215, and 224. So we got 3 players we can pick here. Let's try the fullback, even though we didn't cut ours. It's just a cheaper contract with someone who has a similar comparison. Quarterback flew off there.
This is my top pick here.
I'm going to go address that. Dude, we're not taking another running back. You're gonna make me throw
We're
something.
up.
Let's take Sean Watkins. And then the last pick of the NFL draft.
Coach, I'd like to see us draft him.
We need a backup linebacker.
All right, it's our pick.
I'm also gonna grab that tackle in unrestricted free agency probably, or in undrafted free agency. Probably grab a Trey Knox. Yeah, Trey Knox. At least in undrafted free agency as well. Mr. Irrelevant is Edgar Henry. The Lions have the Browns' first overall pick next year. Undrafted free agency? I was about to say. Looking at Knox. Honestly, we can go after Koch as well as Benton. And that it? Those three guys it? We can do Chris Jordan as well if we don't have four guys. Trying to see if there's another guy. Let's go after Willis as well. Oh, they said he signed with the Giants. Let's go after him. All right, all sealed, all sealed. Then we just got 50 more seconds on the DT. Our last sign. $30 seconds. And as usual for me, I'm going to go until we sign all of our rookies. So We're gonna fast forward a little bit into the future. We're not fast forward. We're gonna go a little bit into the future. Oh, what a team. I signed a right tackle. I drafted a guard for sure. All right, we're saving here. We're getting close to training camp. Some of those players will re-sign or will come up for a signing.
It's that time of year again. Training camps are opening, the season is around the corner, and teams are trying to sign April's draft picks to mega monster deals. Negotiations are already underway between one of the unsigned players and the team that drafted him.
Nate Warren, our second-round pick. No.
At the same time that training camps are set to open around the league,
Sheely.
teams are trying to get deals done with their unsigned draft picks. I've been told that contract talks started this morning and should continue into the afternoon between an unsigned pick
You
and
can't
the
have a
New
signing
Orleans
bonus.
Saints.
I'm Sean Payton, and you're
And
watching
that
NFL Network.
500K bonus. Cardo Pierce. You can have that. Shelton Bell.
It's that time of year again. Training camps are opening, the season is around
Cole
the corner,
Casey.
and teams are trying to sign April's draft picks to mega monster deals. Negotiations are already underway between one of the unsigned players and the team that drafted him.
I think they want to give you Doris Mason Bot so badly. Joseph Holmberg. Brian Cindy. Sean Watkins. Edgar Henry. Here's all of our rookies. Yep, this is our last pick. Edgar Henry. So we have our full rookie signed. So we'll reorder that depth chart. Did I sign a third quarterback? I did not. Do I need a third quarterback? Got plenty, decent amount of space. I didn't want to say plenty. I don't know if I have plenty of space. Definitely signing Josh. Let's fill out that roster. no. Uh, uh, we just fill the roster out. Make him a guard. Versus paying extra for a tackle. Okay, so we have 2 left tackles, 2 right tackles. All right, full roster. Save. Well, I'm gonna redo that because I need to reorder the depth chart and then save again. There we go. Save. Oh, and I got one more thing I have to fix after that save. Can't let that happen. Now we save. Calvin is our number 1 for right now. I have not seen number 1 receiver from Jamarion Bellows just yet. All right, that's going to be the end of the off-season video. Save one more time just for fun. And then I will quit.